Welcome back. This video is going to be for Bill. He's one of my viewers. He's been very active, which I really appreciate it. He's got a few questions, and apparently, I do appreciate intelligent discussion. The strategy that I have is just a strategy open for intelligent discussion. It's just an idea. The strategy is an idea open for modification, and that's where the viewers come in and approve, disapprove, change, suggest different ideas, and that's the main goal. The main goal here is to help each other come up with something that we can all make money from. So I'm going to go real slow, and I'm going to explain my thoughts, and everything's open for discussion. And if I'm wrong, I'll be the first one to admit and change and modify. We'll go from there. So let's start. I start with the shooter making a point. I don't do anything until the shooter makes a point. Okay? So we start with 50 units. We started at 10,000. My base unit is 200. When the point 5 or 9, I don't do anything. I don't place a bet. My reasoning is I try to, with this strategy, 33% of the time I want to bet the don't come. 33% of the time I want to bet the come. And 33% of the time, I want to stay out. The reason is, I want to go to the extremes. And my philosophy is this, or my idea is this. Anything can happen in the next roll, okay? But when the point is 5 or 9, I want to stay out. Because if I bet on every shooter, the odds are going to be with the house. So I picked the 5 and 9 because they're not the extreme. They're inside numbers, and they don't come out as much as the 6 and 8. Okay? Those are the reasons. So I'm going to skip. We got a 7, okay? This shooter 7'd out. We're waiting for the next shooter to establish a point. Establish the 9, the same reason. 9 came right back. See, the 5 or 9, the roll could be, any roll could be long, and it could be very short, like, the shooter 7's out. I understand that. But when the 6 and 8 is the point, it seems to me the average roll is a little bit shorter than the 4 and 6, because you see with this point of 9, now it's a long roll. It can happen. The last point was a 9, and it came right back. The one before it was a 9, and he 7'd out. So there's 3 shooters that I stayed out so far because the point was 5 or 9. There we go again. There's a lot of rolls to come. We have to stay out because we can't be betting on every roll. Okay, now the point is 6. And all the numbers that I'm going to throw at you now, they're going to be most likely, from experience or from standing at a crab table for years. When the point 6 or 8, I bet they don't come. The reason is the next number, it could be, more than likely, it could be either a 4, a 10, that's the extreme, or it could be 5, 6, 8, or 9. Now, if the size, if it comes inside number, I got a bigger chance for it not to come, and I can win. I'm counting on the next number to be a field number. There we go. Now, I'm not a genius. I don't know everything, but I'm just going with the probabilities. On the long run, when the point is 6, when a 6 hits, more than likely it's not going to repeat, and more than likely I'm going to get a different number. Hopefully it'll be a field. Okay, we won this one back to back. I mean, as soon as we got our 200 on the 9, he 7'd out and we won it. Now we're 200 ahead using this strategy. Now I'm going to wait for the next shooter to 6. Now, since I won my last bet, I'm going to increase my bet. I'm going to press 50% of my base bet. The reason is, I'm not going to press 100% because when you press 100% and lose, it's just like you didn't win anything. But when you press 50%, when you lose 50%. You don't lose all the money that you won. So if you lose or miss the same amount that you lose, you're going to come out ahead. So I'm going to place $300 on the don't come because the point is 6. Looking to get an outside number. More than likely it's going to be an outside number. It could be a 6, it could be an 8. But more than likely it's going to be an outside number. Or see, it could be an 8, and the 8 came. But now the odds for a 7 to come, more than likely it's going to be a 7 before an 8, or 8 could come right back. So with this strategy, we're looking for the long run. You're looking at, on the long run, you should come out ahead. A 9, we're looking for a 7. A 10 3 times, back to back. So yeah, any number can come up. We got a 7 before an 8. Now we're up 500. Now, we won 2 hands. Well, first, we stayed out for 4 or 5 hands first. Then we won 2 hands for $500. Now, if we lose the next 2 hands, we'll still be ahead $100. That's the point I'm trying to make. Now, let's go with the next shooter. It's a 10. Now, when the point is 4 or 10, more than likely, the roll is going to be long. This shooter he's going to have a long roll. So, since my last bet was 300, I'm going to press another unit. So that's going to be 400 on the come. Okay. I'm looking for 6, 8, or an inside number. And more than likely, it's going to be that because the last roll, the number was an outside number. So let's get 5, 6, or 8, hopefully 6 or 8. And since the roll might be long, we can repeat the same number inside that roll. Now, if we lose this, we're still ahead by $100. I mean, anything can happen. Nothing is written in stone. Strategies are just ideas open for intelligent discussion, and let's roll. 9 came. Now we're looking for a 9 before the 7, hoping that this shooter can roll a 9 again, since the roll is going to be long. 8, 7. Okay, it proved me wrong. The roll was not long, just rolled a couple of numbers and 7'd out. We're not going to win every hand. It's just the idea. I'm going with the possibilities, with what's, the experience, what I've been running into. We're still ahead. We pressed, and we weren't successful. Now, since we lost our last hand, we go back to 200, and we roll. Now, we're looking for a 7 before an 8. More than likely, we're going to lose this hand because the 6 and 8 are going to come out a lot, and we'll see what happens. We won it. We were proved wrong again, but we are up 10-3. The point is 10. Last hand was 200, so I'm going to bet the come 300. Now, every shooter, I'll bet on him once. Win, lose, or draw. I don't bet more than one time because I don't want to lose multiple times on the same shooter, in the same hand. Now the point is 5. I'm looking for a 5. 11, 7. We didn't win any of the come bets so far. We're back to our buy-in. See, we lost more than what we won. If we were flat betting at 200, we would have been down now. But since we pressed, we are even. Point is 5. You skip. Point is 8. We're back to 200. Now we're looking for a 7 before an 8. 6. 6 came right back. 10. We lost this one. We keep going. We don't bet again until the next shooter. Again, we stay at 200. See, we might go down 10-15%. If we go down 20%, I'm going to call it the losing session, mini session, and go do something and come back and start another session. If I keep on losing, I'm not going to chase it. There we go. We're back up to 10. Establish a point. 6. We won our last bet. We're up to 300. We're looking for a 7. There we go. We're back up to 10-3. See, we didn't go deep into our buy-in. Point is 5. We don't do nothing. Again, 5. He sevened out. Point is 5. 5 came right back. Again, a 5. Get all these 5s away or out of the game. 6. We won our last one. It was 300. So now we're up to 400. All we need to do is win this one. Will be up 7%. Okay, now we need a 7. 8 came right back. We're down to 9,900. No problem. It's going to click. With this strategy, we're not going to get wiped out. There's no way, because we're not going to go deep into our buy-in. We got this one. Now we're up. See, the point of the roll is a little long because the point is 10 on an average. Well, it wasn't long. It was kind of average, which is 3-4 rolls. We won our last one, so we're up to 300 on the come because the point is 4. 8, more than likely we're going to get an 8 before a 7. Hopefully we got a 7. See, we haven't gone our second press or third one. 2, 3, and 4. So I'm pressing twice. 9, we're going to skip. We're down 200. No problem. See, this strategy is a grind. You're not going to win a lot. You're not going to get rich overnight. It's a grind. We lost this one. We're down to 9,400, down 6%. But we can come up quick. When we lose, we're staying at 200. We're looking for a 7. We got the 7, 9,600. We won our last bet, so we're up to 300. Now we need a 7 before a 9. It came right back. Now our next bet is 400 on the come. Now we need a 6. Can we make a 6? We got the 8 twice. We got the 6. We're up to 10-3. See, we lost more times than what we won, but we are still ahead. That's the point I'm trying to make. Now, we don't place another bet on the shooter until he's done and it goes to the next shooter. People are going to ask why. Because when you bet continuously, back to back, the odds are with the house. Now that's open for discussion, and people can agree or not agree, but from my experience, I don't keep continuous betting. I find a reason not to bet, and I bet when the odds are on my side. It's a 9, I pass. Okay. 9 again, a lot of 5s and 9s. I know what people are going to say. Why don't you bet with the flow and take advantage of that? That's not what we're doing here. I want to grind it out, and I don't want to get wiped out. I want to make money continuously, consistently, slowly, because if you're looking to win all your losses all these years in one session, it ain't going to happen. You lost it slowly, you're going to have to win it back slowly. Point is 9. Look at that, 5 and 9. Okay, 4. Now, when you lose track of the numbers, I forgot what was the last time, how much my bet was last time. So I'm gonna go back to 200 because I didn't write it down. I was talking too much, and I'm looking for a 9 now before the 7. Okay, we lost this one. No sweat, we're still ahead. You know, it's gonna be a grind, but I'm not gonna lose my buy-in. I might stand there for hours and make 10 units. I know it's not for action players. You're not gonna go in and we lost our last one, so we're on the don't for 200. We lost this one real quick. 7 came right back. No problem. We're doing a lot of rolls. We're wasting a lot of time. We're grinding it out. But as soon as we get up to 10, 15, 20%, whatever you feel like, call it a day. Call it a session or a mini session. Come back and do more. We're looking for a 4 before a 7. Came right back. We're up 1%. We're not gonna bet on this one, the shooter, because we made money. We'll wait to the next shooter. Look at that. It's a lot of numbers. Okay, we won our last one, so now we're doing 300 on the count. A 4. That's duplicate of the last time. The point was 10, and our money went to the 4. Now we need a 4. 6, 7. We lost this one. We're back to 9,800. We're back in the hole. It's a grind. See if we can make some money. 4. We're at 200 since we lost our last one. We're looking for an 8. The 8 never came. 7 came. 200 on the don't. We got it. We won money on the shooter. We skipped. We won our last bet. Point is 9. We skip. 10. $300 bet since we won our last one. 8. We're looking for an 8 before a 7. 8 came. We're up to 10-1. See how fast we can come up? And when we lose, we can lose so many hands, but we're only losing the minimum. 10, our last bet was 300. Now we're up to 400, I believe. We won this one without even going through the motion. We're up to 10-5. Now we're back to 200 since we won the $400 bet. Now we're looking for a 7 before a 5. The 5 came. We're still ahead. We lost our last bet, so we're back to 200. We're looking for a point other than the 5 or 9. Okay, 6, back down to 200. Don't come. We're looking for a 7 before a 5. We got the 7. We're back up to 10-5. Now our next bet is 300. It depends on the point if we're going to bet the come or the don't come. So 300 on the don't. We lost it real quick. No problem, we're still ahead. See, it's a grind, I understand. But we didn't lose our bankroll and we're already home. Moaning and figuring out why did this happen to us. Well, it's because you're taking the high risk all the time. There we go, we're up to 10-7. You can lose it quick and you can go up quick. We're not betting any more on this shooter because we already made money on him. 1-9, we pass. If you have any questions or any other ideas, or you think I'm doing it wrong, please let me know. We lost to 300. 6, we're back down to 200. Okay, we're trying to get a 7 before an 8. 4, there's a 7. Okay, now our next roll is going to be 300, and it's on the don't because the point is 8. We got this one, we're up to 10-9. Now, money management. That's been a long session, so I've been standing too long, let's say, at a table. I'm tired, I want to walk away. All I need is one more $100. I know my next bet should have been 400, but all I need is one more $100, and I just want to call it a mini session, and I'll come back later on, if I was at the casino. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to focus on my goal and my money management and know all I need is 100. Okay? So I'm going to bet 100. So I'm chancing. I got it. I'm up 10%. I want to call it a day. I reached my goal. It was a grind. So, when it's a tough session, I just take a little bit of winning and just keep on going. Come back later on, either make 10, 20% or lose 10, 20% and not put my bankroll, not risk it, and that's the money management that we need to use so we don't get wiped out in one session and then we have to wait to get more money and go head to the ATM or go home and get the cash. And I've been there, done that. So if you have any other ideas, or if you can add to this strategy, you don't have to follow it 100%. You can tweak it. Let's say, for example, Bill suggested, or he asked, when you get up to 400, why don't you stay at 400? Well, that's a good idea. That's going to be another video. I'm going to try it and see if it's going to work out. You start at 200, you win. If you lose, you go back, you stay at 200. When you win, when you're on a winning streak, you go 300, 400, and you keep on 400, 400, 400. You can get up to your goal quicker. I understand. And all you have to do is lose once to go back to 200. I think that's a good idea. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to practice it and see if it's a better idea than what I have. I am open to all the strategies, all the ideas. Our goal here is to make money for each other or with each other. I'll feel better if I can help one person out there. It doesn't have to be a lot of people. If one guy comes up with a better idea or makes money from the idea that I have, I reached my goal. So for that, I'm not going to make it a long video. It's been long enough. Thanks for hanging out. Please like and share. So if you belong to a group, ask them what do they think about this, or if they can add anything to it. So you can like and share, and I'll get back to you guys later. Thank you.